Your vision is vast, but the clock is always ticking. You are here because you refuse to let your waking hours limit your potential. While the world sleeps, you are building a future. Welcome to the Slumber School, where you sleep, you learn, you reinforce, and you pass. Today's lesson covers the AWS Solutions Architect SAA-C03 curriculum. The audio has been engineered with a consistent decibel level. Deep theta 3 Hz binaural beats help your brain absorb information effortlessly. Dark video and a calming rain background ensure your sleep remains undisturbed. Sleep headphones are highly recommended to take advantage of the deep theta binaural beats. If you don't have a set, support my work by using my Amazon affiliate links in the description. Ambient speakers will work, however you won't get the deep theta brain activation. The rules of the school are simple. Set your volume to a comfortable, low level. Sleep headphones are recommended. Right-click this video and select Loop to ensure the knowledge remains constant throughout the night. Trust the process. Your subconscious is listening, even when your conscious mind is not. Information on ad-free MP3s and student resources is located in the description below. Do not try to think. Do not try to remember. Just let go. Phase 1 – Foundations of the Cloud. Chapter 1 – The AWS Well-Architected Framework. The 6 Pillars. The 6 Pillars is the complete set of foundational principles that guide every architect in building a stable and efficient home for their applications in the cloud, providing a balanced structure that supports growth and safety as you move through your digital journey with confidence and a clear mind. Operational Excellence Pillar. Operational Excellence Pillar is the continuous and mindful focus on running and monitoring your systems so that they always deliver value to your business, allowing you to improve your daily processes and automate your work so that your environment remains calm and your team can focus on creative innovation without the stress of manual labor. Security Pillar. Security Pillar is the essential practice of protecting your information and your assets by using the most modern technologies to shield your data from harm, ensuring that your architecture is built with deep layers of defense that keep your private details safe while allowing you to sleep soundly knowing your digital borders are secure. Reliability Pillar. Reliability Pillar is the steady and comforting assurance that your workload will perform exactly as it is expected to even when challenges arise, using smart designs that allow your systems to heal themselves and recover from disruptions in a way that is quiet and invisible to the people who depend on your services every day. Performance Efficiency Pillar. Performance Efficiency Pillar is the elegant and efficient use of your computing resources to meet the needs of your users, where you carefully select the right tools for each unique task and watch as your system stays responsive and fast even as the world around it changes and grows more complex. Cost Optimization Pillar. Cost optimization pillar is the thoughtful and deliberate practice of avoiding unneeded expenses so that you can achieve the greatest possible value for every dollar you spend, giving you the freedom to scale your resources with precision and remove any waste so that your finances remain as healthy and balanced as your architecture. Sustainability pillar. Sustainability pillar is the long-term commitment to reducing the environmental impact of your cloud presence by maximizing the efficiency of every server and choosing geographic regions that align with your goals for a greener planet, ensuring that your digital success contributes to a better world for everyone. AWS Well-Architected Tool. AWS Well-Architected Tool is the reflective and helpful service that allows you to measure your applications against the latest best practices from Amazon Web Services, providing you with a clear and gentle roadmap to improve your designs and ensure that your cloud environment is as strong and resilient as it can possibly be. AWS Health Dashboard. AWS Health Dashboard is the personalized and transparent window into the performance and availability of the AWS services that power your specific environment, providing you with real-time alerts and detailed guidance when disruptions occur so that you can stay informed and take proactive steps to maintain the health of your digital architecture. Design for Failure. Design for failure is the wise and proactive philosophy of assuming that every component will eventually encounter a challenge and building your systems with enough redundancy and wisdom that a single issue will never cause a disturbance for your users, allowing your entire architecture to remain peaceful and steady. Stop guessing capacity. Stop guessing capacity is the liberating practice of using the elasticity of the cloud to automatically match your resources to the actual demand of your users, removing the anxiety of over-provisioning and the fear of running out of space so that your system always has exactly what it needs to breathe. Chapter 2: The Shared Responsibility Model. Security of the Cloud. Security of the Cloud is the complete and unwavering responsibility of Amazon Web Services to protect the global infrastructure that powers every service you use, including the physical security of data centers, the hardware servers, the virtualization software, and the vast networking cables that span the world, ensuring that the foundation of your digital home is solid and impenetrable. Security in the Cloud. Security in the Cloud is the personal and empowering responsibility that you hold as a customer to secure everything you place within the AWS environment, where you decide how to protect your own data, how to configure your firewalls and guest operating systems, and how to manage the identities of the people and applications that interact with your private resources. Managed Services. Managed Services is the term for AWS offerings where the heavy lifting of operational maintenance is handled by the provider for you, allowing you to focus your energy on building your application while AWS takes care of the underlying servers, scaling, and high availability in a way that is quiet and automatic. Unmanaged Services. Unmanaged services is the category of resources where you have the greatest amount of control and flexibility but also carry the most responsibility, as you are in charge of managing the full stack from the operating system up to the application, providing you with a custom environment that you must maintain with diligence. Responsibility shifts. Responsibility shifts is the dynamic change in duties that occurs when you choose different types of services, where moving from a self-managed server to a managed database means that AWS takes over more of the operational work, lifting the burden from your shoulders so that you can move faster and with more ease. Patching responsibility. Patching responsibility is the vital task of updating software to fix security flaws and improve performance, where in an unmanaged service you are responsible for patching the guest operating system and your applications, while in a managed service AWS handles the patching of the underlying infrastructure and platforms for you. Configuration management. Configuration management is the ongoing process of maintaining your resources in a secure and compliant state, where you are always responsible for the configuration of your own applications and data access, while AWS ensures that the configuration of the physical hardware and the cloud infrastructure remains consistent and reliable. Infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service is the model where AWS provides the basic building blocks like virtual servers and networking, giving you the freedom to build exactly what you want while you take on the responsibility of managing the operating systems and software that run on those resources. Platform as a service. Platform as a service is the model where AWS provides a more complete environment that includes the operating system and runtime, allowing you to simply deploy your code without worrying about the underlying servers, as AWS manages the complexity of the infrastructure for you. In this chapter, we have seen how the partnership between you and AWS creates a secure and efficient world. Phase 2: Security, Identity, and Compliance. Chapter 3: Identity and Access Management and Cognito. IAM. IAM is the secure and central gateway that allows you to manage access to your AWS services and resources with precision and care, ensuring that every person and every application has exactly what they need to succeed and nothing more, creating a peaceful environment where every action is accounted for and every boundary is respected. IAM users. IAM users is the term for the individual identities you create within your AWS account to represent the people in your world, allowing them to interact with your resources in a safe and structured way while you maintain total control over their unique journeys through the cloud. IAM groups. IAM groups is a collection of identities that share a common purpose or role, making it simple for you to manage permissions for many people at once so that you can breathe easily knowing that everyone in a specific team possesses the same consistent level of access. IAM roles. IAM roles is a flexible and temporary identity that does not have a password, but instead allows services or trusted individuals to assume specific permissions for a short time, acting like a protective garment that can be put on and taken off whenever a specific task needs to be performed with safety and grace. IAM policies. IAM policies is the set of written instructions that define what actions are allowed or denied within your environment, serving as the quiet rules of the house that guide every movement and protect your most valuable assets from unintended changes. Policy JSON elements. Policy JSON elements is the specific structure used to write your security rules, consisting of a version to state the timeline, a statement to hold the logic, an effect to allow or deny, an action to name the task, a resource to identify the target, and a condition to specify exactly when the rule should apply. Explicit deny precedence. Explicit deny precedence is the powerful and unyielding rule of security where a single instruction to deny access will always override any instruction to allow it, providing you with the ultimate peace of mind that a boundary you have set will never be crossed by accident. IAM Identity Center. IAM Identity Center is the modern and streamlined home for your workforce identities where you can manage sign-in access to all of your AWS accounts and applications from one single and calm location, removing the clutter of multiple passwords and making the entry into your cloud world smooth and simple. AWS Organizations. AWS Organizations is the overarching structure that allows you to manage and govern multiple AWS accounts as a single family, grouping them into units and applying global guardrails so that your entire digital estate remains organized and harmonious as it grows. AWS Control Tower. AWS Control Tower is the authoritative and automated service that provides the easiest way to set up and govern a secure multi-account AWS environment based on best practices, acting as a master architect that establishes a landing zone with pre-configured guardrails so that your entire organization remains safe and compliant as it grows. Service Control Policies. Service control policies is the term for the high-level guardrails that you apply to your entire organization to limit the maximum permissions available to any account, ensuring that even as your environment expands, it remains within the safe and steady boundaries you have established. Amazon Cognito. Amazon Cognito is the welcoming service that handles identity and access for your web and mobile applications, allowing your users to sign up and sign in with ease while you rest assured that their profiles and security are being managed by a dedicated and reliable guardian. Cognito User Pools. Cognito User Pools is the secure directory that manages the sign-up and sign-in experience for your application users, acting as the front door that welcomes your guests and keeps their personal profiles safe and organized within your private digital space. Cognito Identity Pools. Cognito Identity Pools is the bridge that provides your users with temporary AWS credentials so that they can interact directly with your cloud services like storage or databases, allowing them to move through your architecture with the proper permissions and the lightest of touches. Chapter 4: VPC Fundamentals and Network Security. VPC Lattice. VPC Lattice is the modern and simplified application networking service that allows you to consistently connect, secure, and monitor communications between your services across different virtual private clouds and accounts, providing a gentle and unified layer that removes the complexity of managing network addresses and routing tables so that your microservices can talk to each other with ease. Public subnets. Public subnets is the term for a specific section of your virtual private cloud that has a direct route to the Internet through an Internet gateway, providing a safe and accessible area for your web servers to greet the world while remaining part of your secure internal network. Private subnets. Private subnets is a secluded and protected area within your virtual private cloud that does not have a direct path to the open Internet, acting as a quiet sanctuary for your databases and internal applications where they can work in total privacy away from the eyes of the outside world. IGW. IGW is the Internet Gateway, which serves as the powerful and highly available portal between your virtual private cloud and the public Internet, allowing your resources to communicate with the rest of the world while maintaining a steady and reliable connection for every message that travels through. Route tables. Route tables is a set of logical rules or directions that tell the network traffic where to go within your virtual private cloud, acting like a gentle and informed guide that ensures every packet of data finds its correct destination without getting lost or delayed along the way. Longest prefix match. Longest prefix match is the precise and intelligent algorithm used by your routers to select the most specific destination for your network traffic, where a route with a more detailed address will always take priority over a more general one, ensuring that your data follows the most accurate and intentional path possible. Main versus custom route tables. Main versus custom route tables is the distinction between the default set of directions that comes with your virtual private cloud and the specialized instructions you create for your own subnet, allowing you to give specific groups of resources their own unique paths while leaving the default rules for the rest of your environment. NAT Gateway. NAT Gateway is a managed and highly available service that allows your private resources to reach out to the Internet for updates or information without ever exposing their private addresses to the outside world, providing a one-way street that keeps your internal environment hidden and secure. AZ-scoped NAT Gateway. AZ-scoped NAT Gateway is the characteristic where a managed NAT gateway is physically located within a specific availability zone, meaning that for a truly resilient architecture you should place a separate gateway in each zone to ensure that your network remains strong even if a single area encounters a disruption. No security groups on NAT Gateway. No security groups on NAT Gateway is the important technical detail that a managed NAT gateway does not use traditional security groups for protection, as it is a highly specialized networking tool that is secured by the architectural design of your public subnets and the rules of your route tables. Route table dependency. Route table dependency is the requirement that your private resources must have an explicit instruction in their route table that points to a NAT gateway in order to access the Internet, serving as a vital connection that bridges the gap between your private world and the public resources you need. NAT instance. NAT instance is a self-managed virtual machine that you configure and maintain to provide network address translation for your private subnets, offering you the ultimate flexibility to customize your routing while requiring you to handle the patching and scaling of the instance yourself. Security groups. Security groups is the term for the virtual firewalls that surround your individual instances, acting like a personal bodyguard that only allows specific and trusted traffic to enter or leave your resources based on the friendly rules you have defined. Stateful security groups. Stateful security groups is the intelligent behavior where a security group automatically remembers any traffic it has allowed so that it can also allow the return response without needing a second rule, making it easy for your applications to communicate in both directions with a single and simple instruction. NACLS. NACLS is the term for Network Access Control Lists, which act as an additional layer of security at the border of your subnet, serving as a vigilant gatekeeper that inspects every packet entering or leaving the entire area to ensure it meets your strict safety standards. Stateless NACLS. Stateless NACLS is the behavior where a network access control list does not remember the traffic that has passed through it, requiring you to write two separate and explicit rules for every connection, one for the traffic going out and one for the traffic coming back in, to provide the highest level of granular control. VPC flow logs. VPC flow logs is the detailed and essential recording of all the network traffic moving in and out of your virtual private cloud, providing you with a complete and transparent view of every connection attempt so that you can monitor performance and troubleshoot security with total clarity. Gateway endpoints. Gateway endpoints is a specialized and free connection point in your route table that allows your private resources to access Amazon S3 and DynamoDB over the private AWS network, bypassing the public internet entirely and ensuring your data travels along a safe and direct express lane. Interface endpoints. Interface endpoints is the versatile connection powered by AWS Private Link that uses a private IP address within your subnet to connect you to a wide range of AWS services and third-party applications, providing a secure and private entry point that keeps your traffic away from the public eye. Private Link. Private Link is the underlying technology that creates a private and secure bridge between your virtual private cloud and other services, allowing you to share data and applications without ever crossing the public internet, creating a digital environment that is as quiet as it is secure. Bastion Hosts. Bastion Hosts is a specialized and hardened server placed in a public subnet that serves as a single and secure point of entry for you to access your private instances, acting like a fortified gatehouse that allows you to manage your environment safely while keeping the rest of your private world protected from direct exposure. Chapter 5: Threat Detection and Compliance Tools. Amazon Guard Duty. Amazon Guard Duty is the vigilant and automated threat detection service that continuously monitors your AWS accounts and workloads for malicious activity, serving as a tireless digital sentry that uses intelligent algorithms to identify suspicious behavior like unauthorized access or data exfiltration so that you can respond to threats with speed and precision. AWS Config. AWS Config is the diligent and observant service that continuously monitors and records the configuration changes of your AWS resources, allowing you to see exactly how your environment has evolved over time and ensuring that your architecture remains in harmony with your internal compliance rules. Configuration Recorder. Configuration Recorder is the essential heart of AWS Config that identifies and captures the detailed changes to your resource settings as they occur, providing you with a complete and chronological history that allows you to audit your environment and troubleshoot issues with absolute clarity. Managed Rules. Managed Rules is a library of pre-defined and ready-to-use security and compliance checks created by Amazon Web Services that automatically evaluate your resource configurations, helping you to quickly implement industry best practices without needing to write a single line of custom logic. Custom Rules. Custom rules is the term for the specialized and personal compliance checks that you create using your own logic, giving you the ultimate flexibility to define exactly how your resources should be configured to meet the unique needs and standards of your organization. Compliance drift. Compliance drift is the unintended and subtle shift of your resource configurations away from the desired and secure state, where AWS config acts as a persistent guide that alerts you the moment a change is made that no longer matches your established rules, allowing you to bring your environment back into balance. AWS WAF. AWS WAF is the protective web application firewall that shields your web applications from common exploits and malicious traffic, allowing you to create custom rules that block or allow requests based on specific patterns like IP addresses or headers so that your applications remain available and secure. AWS Shield. AWS Shield is the managed and always-on protection service that safeguards your applications against distributed denial-of-service attacks, providing a reliable and invisible layer of defense that keeps your systems running smoothly even when they are targeted by large volumes of unwanted traffic. KMS. KMS is the key management service that allows you to easily create and control the cryptographic keys used to encrypt your data, serving as the central and secure home for your encryption secrets where you can manage their lifecycle and control exactly who has the power to unlock your information. Key policies. Key policies is the primary way to manage access to your encryption keys, where you write specific and clear instructions that define which users and roles are allowed to use the key to encrypt or decrypt data, ensuring that your most sensitive secrets are always protected by a strong and intentional gatekeeper. Rotation. Rotation is the vital security practice of regularly updating the cryptographic material of your keys, where KMS can automatically generate a new backing key every year for your customer-managed keys while still allowing you to decrypt your old data, keeping your security fresh and resilient over time. Envelope encryption. Envelope encryption is the elegant process of using a master key to encrypt a smaller data key which is then used to encrypt your actual data, providing you with a fast and efficient way to protect large volumes of information while keeping your master keys safe within the secure boundaries of KMS. Secrets Manager. Secrets Manager is the sophisticated service that helps you protect and manage the credentials you use to access your databases and services, allowing you to replace hard-coded passwords in your applications with a simple call to the service so that your secrets remain hidden and secure. Rotation in Secrets Manager. Rotation in Secrets Manager is the powerful and automatic feature that changes your database passwords or API keys at regular intervals without any manual effort, updating both the service and your application at the same time so that your credentials never become stale or vulnerable. Systems Manager Parameter Store. Systems Manager Parameter Store is the simple and cost-effective storage service for your configuration data and secrets, allowing you to manage your environment variables and encrypted strings in a centralized and hierarchical way that makes it easy to organize your application settings. ACM. ACM is the AWS Certificate Manager, which serves as the automated and reliable service for provisioning and managing your public and private certificates, allowing you to secure your network communications and establish the identity of your websites with ease. SSL and TLS. SSL and TLS are the industry standard security technologies for establishing an encrypted link between a web server and a browser, ensuring that all data passed between them remains private and integral so that your users can interact with your services with complete and total trust. Phase 3: Resilience and Elasticity. Chapter 6: S3 Architecture and Data Security. S3 Storage Lens. S3 Storage Lens is the comprehensive and insightful analytics feature that provides you with organization-wide visibility into your object storage usage and activity trends, offering you a clear and detailed window through which you can discover opportunities to optimize your costs and improve your data protection across hundreds of accounts and regions. Multi-region access points. Multi-region access points is the sophisticated and global networking feature that provides a single hostname to access your data stored across multiple AWS regions, acting like a smart and efficient gateway that automatically routes your application requests over the private AWS network to the closest available bucket for the lowest possible latency. S3 bucket policies versus IAM policies versus ACLS. S3 bucket policies versus IAM policies versus ACLS is the essential understanding of how access to your data is controlled, where bucket policies are attached directly to the container to manage broad access. IAM policies are attached to users to define what they can do, and access control lists are a legacy method for managing individual object permissions, all working together to ensure that your storage remains a private and secure sanctuary for your information. S3 Strong Consistency. S3 Strong Consistency is the reliable and immediate behavior of the storage service where any new object written or any update made to an existing file is instantly available for reading across all regions, providing you with the peace of mind that your applications will always see the most current version of your data without any delay or confusion. S3 Object Lambda. S3 Object Lambda is a powerful and flexible feature that allows you to add your own custom code to process data as it is being retrieved from storage, enabling you to do things like redact sensitive information or change the format of a file on the fly so that each application receives exactly the version of the data it needs. S3 Versioning. S3 versioning is the protective and comforting state where every single change or deletion of an object is preserved as a unique version, allowing you to easily go back in time to recover from accidental mistakes or unintended changes and ensuring that your data history is always preserved and safe. S3 Replication. S3 replication is the automated and continuous process of copying your objects between different buckets, whether they are in the same region or across the world, acting as a tireless assistant that ensures your data is physically stored in multiple locations for the highest level of protection and availability. Cross-region replication. Cross-region replication is a specific type of data copying that sends your objects to a bucket in a completely different geographic area, providing you with a robust disaster recovery strategy and making your data available closer to your users in other parts of the world so that they can access it with speed and ease. Same-region replication. Same-region replication is the practice of creating copies of your data within the same geographic area but in different accounts or storage classes, helping you to meet compliance requirements or aggregate data for analysis while keeping your information within the same regional boundaries. S3 Static Website Hosting. S3 Static Website Hosting is the simple and elegant way to serve your web content directly from a storage bucket without the need for any servers, providing you with a highly scalable and cost-effective way to share your message with the world while AWS handles all the underlying infrastructure for you. S3 Requester Pays. S3 Requester Pays is a specialized configuration where the person who is downloading or accessing your data is the one who pays the cost of the transfer rather than the owner of the bucket, allowing you to share large and valuable datasets with the community without incurring high networking expenses yourself. S3 Object Lock. S3 Object Lock is a strong and unyielding security feature that prevents an object from being deleted or overwritten for a fixed amount of time or indefinitely, serving as a vital tool for meeting strict compliance and legal requirements by ensuring that your data remains exactly as it was created. Chapter 7: Scaling and High Availability. Regions. Regions is the term for a specific geographic area in the world where Amazon Web Services clusters multiple physically separated and isolated data centers, providing you with a vast global footprint that allows you to place your applications close to your users while ensuring that your data remains subject to the laws and regulations of that specific location. AZs. AZs is the term for availability zones, which are one or more discrete data centers with redundant power and networking located within a single region, serving as the fundamental building blocks for a resilient architecture where you can distribute your resources across multiple isolated areas to ensure that a local disturbance in one zone does not affect the availability of your entire system. ELB. ELB is the elastic load balancing service that automatically distributes your incoming application traffic across multiple healthy targets such as virtual servers or containers, acting like a smart and tireless traffic controller that ensures no single resource is overwhelmed while maintaining a smooth and steady experience for your users. ALB. ALB is the application load balancer which operates at the highest layer of the networking model and is specifically designed to handle web traffic, providing you with advanced features like the ability to inspect the content of a request and route it to different back-end services based on the specific needs of your application. NLB. NLB is the network load balancer which operates at the transport layer and is built to handle millions of requests per second with ultra-low latency, making it the ideal choice for high-performance workloads like gaming servers or database clusters where speed and consistency are the most important requirements. GLB. GLB is the gateway load balancer which allows you to easily deploy and scale third-party virtual security appliances within your network, acting as a transparent entry and exit point that ensures all your traffic passes through your chosen inspection tools without adding complexity to your routing. Listener rules. Listener rules is the set of logical instructions that your load balancer uses to determine how it should route each individual request, where you can define specific conditions and actions to ensure that every piece of incoming traffic is sent to the most appropriate destination based on its unique characteristics. Path-based routing. Path-based routing is a specific type of listener rule where the load balancer examines the URL of the request and forwards it to a different target group based on the directory path, allowing you to host multiple microservices behind a single entry point by sending some requests to a billing service and others to a product catalog. Instance target type. Instance target type is the configuration where the load balancer sends traffic directly to specific virtual servers identified by their instance ID, making it simple to scale your traditional applications that run on fixed compute resources. IP target type. IP target type is the setting where the load balancer routes traffic to specific private IP addresses within your network, allowing you to include resources that are not on virtual servers such as on-premises systems or specialized containers in your load balancing pool. Lambda target type. Lambda target type is the modern capability of an application load balancer to trigger a serverless function in response to an incoming web request, enabling you to build lightweight and event-driven applications that only run when they are needed without managing any servers at all. ASG. ASG is the auto-scaling group which serves as a collection of virtual servers that are treated as a single unit for the purposes of scaling and management, ensuring that you always have the right number of instances to handle your current workload by automatically adding or removing resources as demand changes. Scaling policies. Scaling policies is the set of rules that tell your auto-scaling group exactly when it should grow or shrink, allowing you to choose between reacting to immediate spikes in traffic or following a steady and predictable schedule so that your system remains responsive and cost-effective. Launch templates. Launch templates is the modern and versioned blueprint that defines exactly how a new virtual server should be configured when it is started by an auto-scaling group, containing all the details from the operating system to the networking settings so that every new resource is identical and ready for work. Predictive scaling. Predictive scaling is the intelligent and proactive method that uses machine learning to analyze your historical traffic patterns and forecast future demand, allowing your auto-scaling group to start new instances in advance so that you are always prepared for a surge before it even happens. Routing policies. Routing policies is the variety of methods that Route 53 uses to decide which address to return for a specific query, where you can choose to route traffic based on simple rules, the health of your resources, the geographical location of your users, or the lowest possible network latency. Health checks. Health checks is the persistent and vigilant monitoring of your resources by Route 53 to ensure they are functioning correctly, where the service will automatically stop sending traffic to any server that becomes unresponsive and redirect your users to a healthy alternative until the issue is resolved. Global Accelerator. Global Accelerator is the networking service that improves the availability and performance of your applications by using the vast and private AWS global network to route your traffic, bypassing the congested public internet and providing your users with a fast and consistent path to your resources. Anycast IPs. Anycast IPs is the term for the two static and global IP addresses provided by the accelerator that are announced from every edge location in the world at the same time, ensuring that your users always enter the AWS network at the point closest to them for the best possible experience. TCP and UDP latency. TCP and UDP latency is the measurement of the time it takes for data to travel across the network, where Global Accelerator focuses on reducing this delay by terminating connections at the edge and using optimized paths to move your information with the highest level of speed and reliability. Chapter 8: Automation and Resilient Compute. AWS Health Imaging. AWS Health Imaging is a specialized and high-performance service designed to store, access, and analyze medical imaging data at a massive scale, providing healthcare providers with a reliable and cloud-native way to manage clinical images so that they can deliver faster and more accurate care to their patients. AWS Compute Optimizer. AWS Compute Optimizer is the intelligent and analytical service that uses machine learning to recommend the ideal AWS resources for your workloads, acting like a wise mentor that reviews your historical usage to suggest the perfect instance sizes and storage configurations so that you can achieve maximum performance with the most efficient use of your budget. CloudFormation. CloudFormation is the sophisticated and reliable infrastructure as code service that allows you to model and set up your entire suite of Amazon Web Services resources using a single and clear text file, providing you with a consistent and predictable way to build and manage your digital architecture with the power of automation. Stacks. Stacks is the term for a collection of related resources that are managed as a single unit within CloudFormation, allowing you to create and update or even delete an entire environment in one graceful motion so that your resources remain organized and harmonious throughout their entire lifecycle. Stack sets. Stack sets is the expansive feature that allows you to create and manage your CloudFormation stacks across multiple accounts and many different regions with a single operation, giving you the ability to maintain a consistent and secure environment across your entire global organization with ease and precision. Drift detection. Drift detection is the vigilant and observant capability that allows you to identify when the actual configuration of your resources has changed away from the original rules defined in your template, helping you to catch manual alterations and bring your architecture back into a state of perfect and intended balance. Change sets. Change sets is the thoughtful and protective preview that shows you exactly how a proposed update to your stack will impact your running resources before you decide to execute the changes, allowing you to review the consequences of your actions with total clarity so that you can move forward with confidence and peace of mind. Elastic Beanstalk. Elastic Beanstalk is the easy and helpful platform as a service that allows you to quickly deploy and manage applications in the cloud without worrying about the underlying infrastructure, as the service automatically handles the details of capacity provisioning and load balancing while you focus on the creative art of your code. EC2 User Data. EC2 user data is the specific set of commands or scripts that you provide to a virtual server at the very moment it is launched, allowing the instance to automatically configure itself and install necessary software so that it is ready for work without any manual intervention from you. AM is the term for Amazon Machine Images, which serve as the pre-configured and reliable blueprints for your virtual servers, containing the operating system and the applications you need so that you can launch new instances that are identical and fully prepared to join your architecture. Instance Store. Instance Store is the high-performance storage that is physically attached to the host computer of your virtual server, providing you with incredible speed for temporary data while reminding you that the storage is ephemeral and will be cleared if the instance is stopped or terminated. EBS. EBS is the elastic block store which provides persistent and highly available block storage volumes for your virtual servers, acting like a reliable and long-term hard drive in the cloud that keeps your data safe and accessible even if your instance is stopped or moved to a different host. Persistent. Persistent is the enduring quality of storage that remains intact and safe over long periods of time, where data on an elastic block store volume will survive a reboot or a stop of your server, giving you the ultimate assurance that your important information is always preserved. RTO. RTO is the recovery time objective which defines the maximum amount of time your business can tolerate being without its systems after a disruption, serving as a vital and clear goal for how quickly you must restore your services to maintain a calm and steady experience for your users. RPO. RPO is the recovery point objective which specifies the maximum amount of data loss your organization can accept by defining the point in time you must be able to recover to, acting like a measure of how frequently you must back up your information to ensure your history remains intact. Disaster recovery patterns. Disaster recovery patterns is the collection of specialized strategies used to protect your business from major disruptions, ranging from simple backups to complex multi-site configurations so that you can choose the right level of resilience and cost for your unique needs. Pilot Light. Pilot Light is a resilient strategy where a minimal version of your critical environment is always running in another region, with your databases being constantly replicated so that in the event of a disaster you can quickly scale up the rest of your infrastructure to restore full service with minimal delay. Warm Standby. Warm Standby is a disaster recovery approach where a scaled-down but fully functional version of your entire environment is always running in a separate area, allowing you to handle a disruption by simply increasing the capacity of these resources to take over the full workload at a moment's notice. Multi-site active-active. Multi-site active-active is the most robust and highly available strategy where your application runs at full capacity in 2 or more regions at the same time, allowing you to serve users from the location closest to them while providing a seamless and invisible transition if one region encounters a challenge. AWS Backup. AWS Backup is the centralized and automated service that allows you to manage and govern the backup of your data across all of your AWS services, providing you with a simple and reliable way to protect your resources and meet your compliance goals with total and complete clarity. Chapter 9: Decoupling and Application Integration. Amazon Data Zone. Amazon Data Zone is the collaborative and governed data management service that makes it easy for data producers to share their work and for data consumers to discover and use that information, acting as a unified catalog that breaks down silos and ensures that your entire organization can harness the power of data with clarity and safety. SQS. SQS is the simple queue service which provides a highly reliable and scalable managed message queue for decoupling your application components, acting as a gentle buffer that holds onto messages until they can be processed by your worker services so that no data is ever lost during periods of high demand. Standard SQS. Standard SQS is the original queue type that offers nearly unlimited throughput and best effort ordering, providing you with a flexible way to handle massive volumes of messages where the speed of processing is the most important factor and the occasional out-of-order delivery is easily handled by your application logic. FIFO-SQS. FIFO-SQS is the specialized queue type that guarantees messages are processed exactly once and in the precise order they were sent, ensuring that your most sensitive transactions are handled with mathematical accuracy and steady consistency. Visibility timeout. Visibility timeout is the quiet period of time during which a message that has been picked up by a worker remains hidden from other workers, giving that first worker a chance to finish its task in peace before the message is either deleted or made visible again for someone else to try. Dead letter queues. Dead letter queues is a secondary queue where messages that could not be processed successfully after many attempts are sent to rest, allowing you to isolate and examine problematic data without clogging up your main flow of work. SNS. SNS is the simple notification service which provides a high-speed and managed pub/sub messaging system that allows you to broadcast messages to many different subscribers at once, acting like a digital town crier that ensures every interested part of your system receives the news the moment it happens. Event Bridge. Event Bridge is the modern and serverless event bus that makes it easy to connect your applications using data from your own services and third-party providers, serving as an intelligent central hub that routes events to their correct destinations based on the rules you have defined. Step Functions. Step Functions is the visual and reliable orchestration service that allows you to coordinate multiple AWS services into a single and serverless workflow, acting like a calm conductor that manages the state and logic of each step in your business process to ensure everything happens in the right order. Amazon API Gateway. Amazon API Gateway is the fully managed service that makes it easy for you to create and maintain secure application programming interfaces at any scale, serving as the front door for your applications where you can manage traffic and security while providing a consistent experience for your developers and users. RESTAP is. RESTAP is the term for representational state transfer interfaces within the gateway that offer a vast range of features for building complex and feature-rich applications, providing you with the ultimate control over how your web services are structured and managed. HTTPAP is. HTTPAP is the high-performance and cost-effective type of interface designed for building simple and fast entry points to your serverless functions or private endpoints, offering you a streamlined experience that focuses on speed and ease of use. Throttling. Throttling is the protective practice of limiting the number of requests answered instantly without needing to trigger your code again, reducing the load on your systems and providing your users with a faster experience. Authorization in API Gateway. Authorization in API Gateway is the essential security process that determines if a user or an application has the permission to call your API, using tools like identity pools or custom logic to ensure that your private data is only accessible to those with a trusted and verified identity. Amazon MQ. Amazon MQ is the managed message broker service that makes it easy to migrate your existing applications to the cloud using industry-standard protocols like ActiveMQ and RabbitMQ, providing you with a familiar and reliable environment that handles the operational work of the broker for you. Chapter 10: Compute and Tenancy Optimization. AWS Build Usage. AWS Build Usage is the transparent and detailed record of the actual resources consumed by your account during a specific time period, serving as the factual foundation for your monthly invoice and providing you with the exact data you need to understand your cloud investment and identify opportunities for further efficiency. EC2 Instance Families. EC2 Instance Families is the classification system that organizes virtual servers into specialized groups based on their hardware capabilities, allowing you to choose the perfect balance of processing power and memory for your unique workloads so that your application runs with maximum efficiency and grace. C Instance Family. C Instance Family is the group of compute-optimized virtual servers designed for heavy processing tasks like scientific modeling and high-performance web servers, providing you with a high ratio of dedicated central processing units to memory so that your most intense calculations are completed with speed and precision. M Instance Family. M Instance Family is the general-purpose group of instances that provides a balanced ratio of compute and memory and networking resources, serving as a reliable and versatile choice for many different types of applications where you need a steady and well-rounded performance. R Instance Family. R Instance Family is the memory-optimized group of instances designed to process large datasets and in-memory databases with ease, offering you a vast amount of random access memory so that your applications can hold all their important information close at hand for instant retrieval. I Instance Family. I Instance Family is the storage-optimized group of instances that features high-speed local storage for applications requiring very fast access to data on disk, providing you with the massive throughput needed for large-scale data warehousing and distributed file systems. G Instance Family. G Instance Family is the group of instances equipped with powerful graphics processing units intended for graphics-intensive applications and machine learning tasks, allowing you to perform complex visual rendering and artificial intelligence training with fluid and rapid results. Dedicated Hosts. Dedicated Hosts is a physical server that is fully reserved for your use alone, providing you with the highest level of control and visibility over how your virtual machines are placed on the hardware so that you can meet strict compliance requirements and use your own existing software licenses with total confidence. Dedicated Instances. Dedicated Instances is a virtual server that runs on hardware dedicated to a single customer, but does not provide you with the same level of control over physical placement as a dedicated host, ensuring that your resources are physically isolated from other customers at the hardware level for security and peace of mind. Placement Groups. Placement groups is the logical strategy you use to influence how your virtual servers are physically located within the data center, allowing you to reduce the risk of hardware failure or increase the speed of communication between your resources depending on the specific needs of your architecture. Cluster placement groups. Cluster placement groups is the strategy where your instances are packed closely together within a single availability zone to achieve the lowest possible network latency and the highest throughput, acting like a tightly knit team that can share information almost instantly. Spread placement groups. Spread placement groups is the strategy that ensures each of your virtual servers is placed on a completely different piece of physical hardware, reducing the risk that a single hardware failure could affect more than one of your resources and providing you with a high level of resilience. Partition placement groups. Partition placement groups is the arrangement where your instances are distributed across logical segments called partitions so that no two partitions share the same underlying hardware, making it an ideal choice for large-scale distributed workloads like data processing clusters that need to remain stable even during maintenance. Lambda. Lambda is the serverless compute service that allows you to run your code without provisioning or managing any servers at all, where your functions trigger automatically in response to events and scale precisely with the size of your workload so that you only ever pay for the exact time your code is running. Lambda layers. Lambda layers is a powerful way to manage your common code and libraries by separating them from your main function code, allowing you to share shared assets across many different functions so that your deployment packages remain small and your development process stays clean and organized. Concurrency in Lambda. Concurrency in Lambda is the measure of how many instances of your function are running at the same exact moment to handle incoming requests, providing you with the ability to manage your scaling limits and ensure that your most critical tasks always have the resources they need to finish successfully. ECS. ECS is the Elastic Container Service which provides a highly scalable and high-performance container management system that allows you to run and scale your containerized applications with ease, serving as a reliable foundation for your microservices architecture. EKS. EKS is the Elastic Kubernetes service which makes it simple for you to run Kubernetes on AWS without needing to install or operate your own control plane, providing you with a secure and managed environment that is fully compatible with the broader Kubernetes community. Chapter 11: High-Performance Storage and Content Delivery. EBS. EBS is the Elastic Block Store which provides high-performance block storage volumes designed for use with your virtual servers for both throughput and transaction-intensive workloads, acting like a reliable and persistent disk in the cloud that keeps your data safe and ready for any task. GP3. GP3 is the latest generation of general-purpose solid-state drive volumes that allows you to independently provision input-output operations and throughput without needing to increase the storage size, providing you with a cost-effective way to achieve exactly the performance your application needs while keeping your architecture lean and efficient. IO2 Block Express. IO2 Block Express is the highest performing storage volume available which is designed for your most demanding and mission-critical databases, offering sub-millisecond latency and massive throughput that allows your most intense workloads to run with incredible speed and total reliability. EFS EFS is the elastic file system which provides a simple and serverless set and forget file system that can be shared across thousands of virtual servers and containers at the same time, allowing your applications to access a common pool of data with ease while the system automatically scales its capacity as you add or remove files. Performance modes in EFS. Performance modes in EFS is the setting that allows you to choose between general purpose mode for the lowest latency or max input-output mode for high-scale applications that require massive throughput across many simultaneous connections, ensuring your file system is tuned perfectly for your specific needs. Throughput modes in EFS. Throughput modes in EFS is the choice between bursting throughput, which scales with the size of your file system, or provisioned throughput, which allows you to define a specific level of speed regardless of how much data you have stored, providing you with the flexibility to handle any workload with grace. FSX. FSX is the family of fully managed file systems that allows you to use the popular features and performance of industry-standard file systems in the cloud, making it easy to migrate your specialized workloads while enjoying the reliability and security of the Amazon Web Services environment. FSX for ONTAP. FSX for ONTAP is the fully managed service that provides the popular NetApp file storage features to your cloud environment, allowing you to easily manage your data with familiar tools while benefiting from the high availability and durability of the global AWS infrastructure. CloudFront. CloudFront is the fast and secure content delivery network that caches your data at hundreds of edge locations around the world, acting like a global web of distribution points that ensures your users can access your images and videos and applications with the lowest possible latency regardless of where they are located. Caching behavior. Caching behavior is the set of rules that tells your content delivery network exactly how it should handle different types of requests, allowing you to define which content should be stored at the edge and for how long so that your users always receive a fast and consistent experience. TTL. TTL is the time to live, which represents the specific amount of time a piece of content remains in the cache before the network checks with your origin for an update, providing you with a simple way to balance the freshness of your data with the high performance of edge delivery. OAI and OAC. OAI and OAC are the secure methods used to ensure that your private storage buckets can only be accessed through your content delivery network, where Origin Access Control provides the modern and enhanced security needed to protect your data from direct internet access while allowing CloudFront to serve it safely to your users. Nitro System. Nitro System is the underlying collection of specialized hardware and software components that powers the latest generation of virtual instances, moving many of the traditional management tasks to dedicated hardware so that your servers have more power available for your actual applications while maintaining the highest level of security. Chapter 12: Database Performance and Caching. RDS. RDS is the relational database service which provides a fully managed and highly available environment for running your favorite database engines like MySQL and PostgreSQL, taking away the complex burden of administrative tasks so that you can focus on building your data models with peace of mind. Multi-AZ. Multi-AZ is the high availability configuration where Amazon Web Services automatically provisions and maintains a synchronous standby replica of your database in a different availability zone, acting like a silent and ready twin that can instantly take over the primary role if any disruption occurs so that your application remains steady and online. Aurora. Aurora is the modern and cloud-native relational database engine that is fully compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL, offering you the speed and availability of high-end commercial databases with the simplicity and cost-effectiveness of open-source software. Aurora Global Database. Aurora Global Database is the expansive feature that allows a single database to span across multiple AWS regions, providing you with incredibly fast local read performance for your global users and a robust disaster recovery plan that can restore your services in another part of the world in under a minute. Aurora Serverless version 2. Aurora Serverless v2 is the intelligent and on-demand configuration that instantly scales your database capacity up or down in fine-grained increments based on the actual needs of your application, ensuring that you always have the perfect amount of power for your most unpredictable workloads while only paying for what you use. RDS Proxy. RDS Proxy is the fully managed and highly available database proxy that allows your applications to pool and share database connections, acting like an efficient gatekeeper that reduces the stress on your database memory and compute while making your serverless applications much more scalable and resilient to failures. ElastiCache. ElastiCache is the fully managed in-memory data store and cache service that significantly improves the speed of your web applications by retrieving information from fast-managed memory instead of slower disk-based databases, allowing your systems to respond to users with microsecond latency. Redis versus Memcached strategies. Redis versus Memcached strategies is the choice between two powerful caching engines where you select Redis for its advanced data structures and persistence when you need a robust and versatile store, or you choose Memcached for its simple and multi-threaded architecture when your primary goal is high speed and straightforward key-value caching. DynamoDB. DynamoDB is the serverless and key-value database that delivers single-digit millisecond performance at any scale, serving as a reliable and highly durable foundation for your most critical applications where you need consistent speed and the ability to handle millions of requests every second. DAX. DAX is the DynamoDB accelerator which provides a fully managed and highly available in-memory cache for your DynamoDB tables, acting as a powerful speed boost that reduces your read latency from milliseconds to microseconds so that your most intense and read-heavy applications feel instant to your users. TTL. TTL is the time-to-live feature that allows you to define a specific timestamp for each item in your DynamoDB table, after which the item is automatically deleted, providing you with a simple and cost-free way to manage your data lifecycle and keep your tables lean and relevant. Amazon Redshift. Amazon Redshift is the fast and fully managed data warehouse that makes it simple and cost-effective to analyze all your data using standard SQL and your existing business intelligence tools, allowing you to run complex analytical queries across petabytes of structured data with incredible performance. Chapter 13: Observability and Monitoring. CloudWatch Metrics. CloudWatch Metrics is the fundamental monitoring service that collects and tracks numerical data points about the performance of your resources over time, acting like a vital signs monitor for your architecture that allows you to visualize trends and understand the mathematical health of your entire system. CloudWatch Logs. CloudWatch Logs is the centralized and reliable service for storing and monitoring the text-based records generated by your applications and services, providing you with a complete and searchable history of every event and error so that you can look deep into the behavior of your code with total clarity. Retention in CloudWatch Logs. Retention in CloudWatch Logs is the configurable setting that determines exactly how long your log data is kept before it is automatically deleted, allowing you to balance your need for historical troubleshooting and compliance with your desire to manage storage costs in a mindful way. Custom Metrics. Custom Metrics is the flexible feature that allows you to send your own unique data points from your applications to CloudWatch, giving you the power to monitor specific business logic or application performance indicators that are not captured by default so that you have a truly personalized view of your success. CloudWatch Alarms. CloudWatch Alarms is the vigilant and automated system that watches your metrics and triggers an action if a specific threshold is crossed, serving as a reliable early warning system that can automatically notify your team or even initiate a scaling action to keep your environment stable and healthy. AWS X-Ray. AWS X-Ray is the sophisticated and insightful service that helps you analyze and debug your distributed applications such as those built using a microservices architecture, allowing you to see exactly how requests travel through your system and identifying where delays or errors are occurring. Distributed Tracing. Distributed tracing is the powerful capability of AWS X-Ray to follow a single request as it moves across multiple different services and databases, acting like a digital breadcrumb trail that provides you with a complete map of every interaction so that you can understand the complex relationships within your cloud world. Troubleshooting with X-Ray. Troubleshooting with X-Ray is the calm and efficient process of using service maps and trace data to quickly pinpoint the root cause of performance bottlenecks or failures, providing you with the exact information you need to resolve issues and restore your application to its highest state of performance. Phase 5: Financial Management. Chapter 14: Cost-Optimized Compute and Database. EC2 Purchasing Models. EC2 Purchasing Models is the complete set of pricing options available to you for your virtual servers, allowing you to choose the most cost-effective way to pay for compute capacity based on the specific needs and duration of your unique workloads. On-demand instances. On-demand instances is the flexible and default pricing model where you pay for compute capacity by the second or the hour with no long-term commitment, providing you with the ultimate freedom to start and stop your servers at any time while you only pay for exactly what you use. Reserved instances. Reserved instances is the commitment-based pricing model where you agree to use a specific instance type in a chosen region for a term of 1 or 3 years in exchange for a significant discount, acting like a long-term lease that provides you with predictable costs for your steady and unchanging workloads. Savings plans. Savings plans is the modern and highly flexible commitment model that allows you to save up to 72% on your compute costs by committing to a consistent amount of hourly spend, automatically applying the lowest rates across different instance families and even serverless services like Lambda and Fargate. Compute savings plans. Compute savings plans is the most versatile version of the plan that applies to your usage regardless of the instance family or region or operating system, giving you the freedom to move your workloads around the world or shift from virtual servers to serverless functions while still keeping your discounted rates. EC2 Instance Savings Plans. EC2 Instance Savings Plans is a more focused commitment that offers the highest possible discounts for a specific instance family within a chosen region, providing you with the best value for your stable production environments where you know exactly which type of hardware you will be using for a long time. Spot instances. Spot instances is the term for using spare Amazon Web Services compute capacity at a steep discount of up to 90% off the on-demand price, serving as a perfect choice for tasks that can be interrupted or delayed such as background data processing and large-scale batch jobs. Spot Fleet. Spot Fleet is a collection of spot instances and optionally on-demand instances that work together to meet the target capacity you have defined for your application, automatically selecting the most cost-effective resources from different instance types and availability zones to ensure your work continues even if some capacity is taken back. Interruption handling. Interruption handling is the proactive and essential practice of preparing your application to gracefully manage the 2-minute notice that Amazon Web Services provides before a spot instance is reclaimed, allowing your system to save its work or move tasks to other servers so that your overall process remains steady and successful. Aurora Serverless. Aurora Serverless is the on-demand and auto-scaling version of the Aurora database where the system automatically starts up and shuts down and adjusts capacity based on the actual needs of your application, ensuring that you never pay for a database that is sitting idle while always having enough power for a sudden surge in traffic. DynamoDB On Demand. DynamoDB On Demand is the flexible and serverless billing option where you pay only for the actual read and write requests your application makes, removing the need to manage capacity yourself and providing you with a simple way to handle unpredictable workloads without any risk of throttling. DynamoDB Provisioned. DynamoDB Provisioned is the traditional capacity model where you specify the exact number of read and write units you need per second, offering you the lowest possible cost for stable and predictable workloads while allowing you to use auto-scaling to adjust those limits as your needs change over time. Chapter 15: Storage Lifecycle and Governance. S3 Storage Classes. S3 storage classes is the diverse range of storage options designed to match your specific data access patterns and cost requirements, allowing you to choose the most efficient home for your information, whether it needs to be accessed in milliseconds or can be safely archived for years. S3 Standard. S3 Standard is the default and high-performance storage class for frequently accessed data that is stored across multiple availability zones, providing you with the highest level of durability and availability so that your most active applications always have the speed they need. S3 Standard IA. S3 Standard IA is the infrequent access storage class for data that is not needed often but must be available instantly when it is requested, offering you a lower storage price in exchange for a retrieval fee so that you can save money on your long-term files without sacrificing performance. S3 OneZone IA. S3 OneZone IA is the cost-effective infrequent access option that stores your data in only a single availability zone, providing a 20% discount compared to standard infrequent access and serving as an ideal choice for storing secondary backups or recreatable data that does not require multi-zone resilience. S3 Glacier Instant Retrieval. S3 Glacier Instant Retrieval is the archival storage class designed for data that is rarely accessed but still requires retrieval in milliseconds, allowing you to achieve the lowest cost for your medical images or news media while keeping them ready for immediate use. S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval. S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval is the classic archive option for data that is accessed only a few times a year and does not require immediate access, providing you with flexible retrieval times ranging from minutes to hours so that you can balance your need for speed with your desire for low costs. S3 Glacier Deep Archive. S3 Glacier Deep Archive is the absolute lowest cost storage class in the entire AWS cloud, designed for long-term digital preservation and regulatory compliance where data is accessed less than once a year and retrieval times of 12 hours are perfectly acceptable for your business needs. S3 Lifecycle Policies. S3 Lifecycle Policies is the automated set of rules that manages your objects as they age, allowing you to define exactly when your data should transition to a cheaper storage class or be permanently deleted so that your storage costs remain optimized without any manual effort from you. Cost Explorer. Cost Explorer is the powerful and interactive tool that allows you to visualize and analyze your historical spending patterns over the last 13 months, helping you to identify trends and forecast your future costs for the next 18 months so that you can plan your budget with total clarity. AWS Budgets. AWS Budgets is the proactive and essential service that allows you to set custom spending and usage limits for your account, acting like a vigilant financial guardrail that sends you alerts the moment your costs are forecasted to exceed the boundaries you have established. Trusted Advisor. Trusted Advisor is the automated cloud consultant that continuously inspects your environment and provides you with personalized recommendations to improve your security and performance while identifying specific ways to reduce your monthly bill by eliminating idle resources. Cost Allocation Tags. Cost allocation tags is the essential practice of labeling your resources with specific keys and values so that you can track your spending by project or department or environment, giving you the detailed visibility you need to understand exactly where your money is going and ensure that every team is accountable for their own cloud usage. The lesson is over, but the reinforcement begins now. Right-click this video and select Loop. You do not learn AWS by hearing it once. You learn it by saturating your subconscious while you sleep. If you leave this page, you are leaving the classroom before the work is done. Like the video to mark your attendance. Subscribe to ensure you are back in your seat tomorrow. I will see you in the next loop. Do not try to think. Do not try to remember. Just let go.